Your last saved meme is what Hillary is looking at. It's Sunday. I'm Akorn. Welcome back to Laugh While the World Burns. Another week, another dumpster fire. Grab your marshmallows and let's dive in. The urge to go to a furry con dressed like this. That would be hilarious. Almost guaranteed you'd probably get arrested. What inflation? Have a drink and relax, mate. Texas man arrested trying to rescue thick Latinas from ICE detention facility. Today's headline news. Someone I went to college with.
Why can't we just print infinity dollars?
Me treating myself after paying all of my bills and the government taking 30%. An unknown man in Norway has been pooping in golf holes since 2005. He's been doing this for 20 years and has never been caught? I mean, really? But the better question is just why?
But I identify as an angel.
Yeah, we don't play that game up here. When you tell a socialist to redistribute their own wealth. Well, yeah, they only do that with other people's money, most often the poor. Grown adults today at McDonald's ordering Happy Meal buckets. This might even be worse than the Disney adults. All I'm asking for is the right to own the same killdozer that I paid for Israel to own. Yes, I fully agree with this. The Federal Reserve. Value of the US dollar. Fact check true. Florida man stole $7,000 in scratch-off lottery tickets, then returned to the store to redeem them just hours later. Here's a clip from Liberty Hangout where this lady is asking some college students just some simple questions. This is just a couple clips of some of the things that they said.
Gangs are there for a reason. Gangs are there for community, and they're there because, listen, gangs are formed for a community. They're formed because they're lacking something.
We don't know originally who this land belongs to. And so if no one's illegal, how do we protect the people who live in this country? How do we protect our borders? How do we protect our property?
Well, when you think about that, most of the people who are portraying a lot of the violence and things like that, they are citizens of America. So you saying that people from other countries are portraying most of the violence.
I didn't say that.
Okay. Well, you when you told me, you were like, oh, we have to deport violent criminals and things like that. Yeah, but there's also American citizens who are criminals and they go to jail just like anyone else. So why can't...
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think that, so they get held accountable for their crimes and they go through due process and they go to jail. Right. I think the same law should apply to people who come over unvetted and they commit a crime by crossing the border illegally, and then they commit a further crime by committing violence or acts of aggression against people who are citizens of this country. I think the same standards should be applied to them, and if deportation is what the law says that they get, they should get it.
Okay, but why is that the ultimate,
why are you okay with someone who's an American citizen going to jail, but you're not okay with an illegal alien who crossed over the border illegally, who commit violent crimes, getting deported?
Well,
No, don't touch my stuff. What are you doing?
Would you like to reply?
Yes.
You can go ahead, yeah.
I think we should abolish jail and we should allow all the violent immigrants and... Yes.
We should allow them to what?
Stay here.
Okay. Do you think that we could abolish jails, get all the violent immigrants, your words, and all the violent felons in jail? Could we put them here at USF on campus?
Yes, and I'll hang out with them.
You'll hang out with them?
Mm-hmm.
Former President Joe Biden said world leaders are still calling him for advice.
It's amazing the crazy things right-wingers believe in.
Everyone trying to live right now. I don't have that kind of money. Larry Ellison once predicted citizens will be on their best behavior amid constant recording. Now his company will play a key role in social media. And a couple more for context. Larry Ellison, owner of Oracle, CBS, CNN, and now TikTok, wants global data centralization and total surveillance. Citizens will be on their best behavior because we're constantly watching and recording everything that's going on. Well, like I just said earlier, guys, the people who still believe that they have privacy are just kidding themselves. And yet, at the same time, that's nothing compared to what's coming, especially with the implementation of the digital ID. For $30 at Dollar General, you can buy a statue of a member of Congress asking for campaign donations. That's actually a pretty good description, although there is some other people this could apply to as well. Jimmy Kimmel delighted to finally talk to someone he can make laugh.
I should show IDs and identify themselves.
So should voters. Just finished the first day of 9 to 5 in my life. Don't worry, it only gets worse. Breaking news, Santa Rosa police bust suspected Lego theft ring. Santa Rosa detectives arrested a Lake County man accused of running an organized retail theft operation centered on stolen Lego sets, uncovering tens of thousands of pieces during a raid on his home, police said Wednesday. It's always so good to see the police getting the violent criminals off the streets. Allegedly, these guys could have been part of the Milton Bradley Mafia. That moment when you realize you're no longer on the internet. This lady here bought a dress for her baby girl. Just look at what she found, though.
Okay, this is the wildest, creepiest thing I've ever encountered as a mother. From a quick glance, obviously you can see it's just a girl's cute Easter dress. And she wore it multiple times around Easter time. There's like bunnies, and there's eggs and jelly beans and baby chicks. And one day when she was napping, I just figured I would take a peek and see what they actually said. Want to have an Easter egg hunt under the covers? This coupon entitles you to one free peep show. Let's pretend we're rabbits and do whatever comes naturally. My tulips want to be on your tulips. I'll nibble your ears if you nibble mine. And then the weirdest one, you've been the best husband and friend a girl could ever ask for. This is sold as a baby girl's Easter dress. Who makes this shit and why are you selling it?
This chap bought a field next to the canal, dug a trench out to the canal, sailed in his boat, filled the trench back up behind him, and now he lives there. Apparently, you don't need planning permission for a boat. And this way, if the canal floods, he just has to make sure he's got his anchor down.
But if you homeschool your kids, they won't fit in with society.
That is correct. The white supremacist origins of exercise. That's right, guys. If you exercise, then you're racist. When the government shuts down and all of my online friends go quiet. Chuck Norris made up a new position, Dean of the 2028 Electoral College. In North Korea, people are forced to listen to propaganda. In the US, people pay to hear it. In a nation so divided, I'm with the ones who carry guns and know which bathroom to use. Me and the boys listening to the Facebook police read them the rules about posting non-offensive content. Speaking of offensive content on Facebook, here's another video out of the UK of the meme police.
Okay, so,
What do you mean I can't have any alcohol?
okay, well I'll tell you. Okay, the time's 20 to 3, 14:40. I'm arresting you on suspicion of improper use of the electronic communications network. I'm just
What?
227 of the Communications Act, okay? So you do not have to say that it may harm your defence if you don't mention one question, something which you later rely on court. Anything you do say may be given evidence. Do you understand that?
So I'm actually being
You're
arrested.
going to be arrested, okay?
Right,
Take you
and-
up to the police station.
Right.
Ask you, okay, this is in relation to some comments that you've made on a Facebook page. Okay?
Oh, really? Oh, it's a Facebook crime, is it?
Okay.
Right.
So we need to ask you some questions about that.
Right.
Have you got anything in your pockets, Thomas?
I've got my keys. I got... No, that's about it, I think. Keys.
So, anyone who's been arrested, we can search them under Section 32 of the Police and Millennials Act.
Right.
And that's for dangerous items.
Hey, I mean, you said I was going to be arrested under some what information? I'm going to be arrested for posting on Facebook.
Made some comments that are offensive, obscene, and people have made a complaint about that, and it's
And can you tell me what this comment was?
Okay, well we'll do that when we interview.
All right. And so, what am I going to be locked up for the night, or?
Hopefully not.
Right. Do I need to take my medications with me?
Yes, we will look at taking all those.
When do you need to take them?
Well, I've got pain medications. I've got sleeping medication. I've got anxiety medications, which I might take one of those in a bit. Okay. You know.
Well, if we take everything with us, then you've got everything there, haven't you?
And then we've got a nurse up there. They'll be able to. They'll be able to come and see you, and then once you've been there, they can assess whether or not medication can be issued. All right. So what we're going to do is, you want to pop yourself up. We're just going to search.
You need the glasses.
Yeah, search you.
To come with you.
My glasses.
Yeah. Do you want to take them with you?
Substance dog visiting middle school finds substance in teacher's wallet, police say. Teacher arrested for substance possession. You know, whenever she found out that they had canine units there in the school, you would have thought she'd at least thought to get that out and go throw it away in a trash can in some common area in the school. They would have just assumed that one of the kids must have put it in there. Why do we pay taxes? So we don't get arrested. Yeah, this kid knows what theft is. Or extortion, actually.
Free Palpatine.
I hate it when I put stuff in my cart and don't buy it. Then the company emails me, forgot something? Yeah, I forgot I don't have enough money. Fact check true. I honestly do hate those emails though. To think that in some countries, this meme can get you arrested or even shot.
You misgendered me.
No, you misgendered yourself.
Trust the science. Not that science.
Nobody has the right to live their lives being protected from offence or from insult or from hurt feelings. It is an occupational hazard of living in society. And if you really can't take it, become a hermit.
Americans will measure with anything but the metric system. Doggy-sized pothole patched on north side. That must have been a really slow news day. And yes, we will measure with anything but the metric system. But we do things like this just to troll the rest of you. When you just dropped a record amount at the grocery store, but you're committed to telling everyone the economy is great. I find it so funny that the Addams Family is basically meant to be a caricature of what the polar opposite of a picturesque, happy suburban family might look like, and part of this includes a husband that is deeply in love with his wife, and a wife that doesn't resent her husband. Yeah, it's pretty bad when the Addams Family had a lot better marriage than most households today. When the FBI raids Mar-a-Lago. When the FBI raids your house. Dems warn surveillance videos perpetuate stereotypes by accurately depicting events. Babylon Bee. We're coming, rural America. Well, hurry up. I got a pie in the oven. Things that I want. To abolish the ATF, the IRS too. Release the Epstein files. Real government spending cuts.
You were abandoned at birth, you're a person of color in America, you were a queer person in a Mormon community. Are there any other struggles you faced in life?
No, I think you really nailed it.
A 1945 photograph shows two women displaying what a $1.34 could buy in 1918 and in 1945. Yeah, back when the dollar was still worth something. You know what a $1.34 could buy you today? Maybe half of a Snickers bar.
I didn't want you to slip.
Do you want breakfast before you go?
Here's the keys to my F-150.
Folks, we're down to one cracker. We have to protect him and Ty at all costs. Remember what I told you? If the options are controlled, then you only have the illusion of choice. Fact check true. Politicians carefully exempting themselves while creating the worst legislation imaginable. If any politician was worth his salt, they would have had a bill making it illegal for Congress to exempt themselves from anything that they pass. Society has become so fake that the truth actually bothers people. Oh, it does a lot more than just bother people.
Check this out. Look at this. Sleeping in there.
Woman, shampoo for dry and damaged hair. Man, 6-in-1 shampoo for hair, face, body, carpet, car, and dishes. This is pretty much true. All of us guys here just want simplicity, right guys? Oh my goodness, I was looking for nuts and I found the mother lode. Yeah, you certainly did. More lawmakers said they're rejecting paychecks as government shutdown drags on. Members of Congress make a yearly salary of $174,000. So whoop-de-doo. All these millionaire congressmen that's living off the people aren't going to pick up their checks until the government opens back up. Better yet, don't open the government back up. And better still, shut the rest of it down for that matter. That'd be the best thing that ever happened to this country. You should have to pass a substance test to receive welfare, since I must pass one to earn it for you. 1000% true. Democrat 2025 edition includes sombrero, mustache, lots of crying, government shutdown, free healthcare for illegal immigrants. Not included: suit, tie, mariachi band, honesty, humor, ability to meme. Why is it out of that list that not having the ability to meme seems like the worst insult? The superintendent arrested by ICE had a consulting gig. His districts repeatedly hired the firm. Since his arrest last month by immigration agents, the public has grappled with how Ian Roberts became a public schools leader despite lacking authorization to work in the U.S., a history of criminal charges, and falsified credentials. Fake it till you make it, I guess. Joe Exotic is Steve Irwin's Wario. That might sorta be true. Owning guns is not a right. If it were a right, it would be in the Constitution. AOC. I know AOC has said plenty of stupid things, but I'm not sure if this is a real quote. Not that it would surprise me. When I finally lose my mind, it will be because I had to type in my email address into the TV. Most all of you watch the show from a TV, so do you guys agree with this? I don't have a TV, but I have had to type my email address in with whatever types of keypads, and if you had to do that very often that way, it would suck. Takes way too much time, let alone if you make a mistake. Swiss man opts for jail time instead of fine after being charged over transphobic social media post. A man in Switzerland is facing 10 days in prison after refusing to pay a fine for an offensive social media post. Emmanuel, a wind instrument repairman, was convicted under anti-discrimination laws for making statements emphasizing skeletal evidence of binary sex. His ordeal began in December of 2022 when he responded to a Facebook post by Swiss National Council member Andreas Glarner. In his comment, he wrote, "If you dig up the Alphabet Gang's people after 200 years, you'll only find men and women based on their skeletons. Everything else is a mental illness promoted through curriculum. It's only going to get worse." When hyperinflation kicks in, and now everyone is an evil billionaire. It's a meme right now, at least for the moment. It's time to announce who we truly are. Yeah, it might as well be. There was actually a section of a certain alphabet agency that I believe it shut down the exact same day that Facebook started. And that's besides the point that the military has literally had satellites named Skynet that they started putting up at least 15 plus years ago.
Sorry, boys and girls. If you support Trump, you won't get a chance with me.
Here's your pro tip if you have to take your car to mechanic. To the awesome tech who works on my car, I'm so sorry for that she will be. I just hope this page will make your day better. $20 for whatever. Since every shop and garage I've ever worked in has a portal to Narnia that eats 10mm sockets, here's a variety of them. And finally, a pre-roll to make your night better than your day. I'm certain that mechanic really appreciated the gesture. Democrats were sent by God. Why? Was he out of locus?
You see this? We want this. We love this. We need this. But this? Yeah, we don't need this.
As a member of the African American community, we would like to humbly decline your offer. Since you don't want your own race, maybe the Hispanics will take you instead. So sorry, you have been declined.
Thank you for the referral on that, but the Hispanic community, we're gonna have to pass on that. You could check the Asians though.
As a representative of the Asian community, after careful consideration, unfortunately, we cannot take her. She will also be banned from ever taking out Chinese again. Though, we will offer her up to the Indians.
After a not so thorough examination and as a member of the Indian community, we would also like to humbly deny this offer. Maybe the Egyptians would be interested.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but there's no way. Gotta pass this one back to the white boys.
No.
Can't make this stuff up, guys. Failed presidential candidate confesses on camera to killing parents nearly a decade ago. Lawrence Cross, 53, a failed fringe Democratic presidential candidate, like that's a surprise, stunned authorities in the nation after confessing on television that he killed his parents nearly 10 years ago and buried their bodies in the backyard of their Albany home. And yes, the police did find their bodies there. Pumpkin spiced salmon. Really? I mean, they're just putting it on everything now, apparently. Meet Taylor Humphrey, the San Francisco woman charging $30,000 to help parents name their babies. Guys, if you're having a hard time finding the perfect name for your baby, that's, somewhat understandable. But instead of spending $30,000 to have some woman come up with a name for your child instead, there are literally books for babies' names. You can even find books with babies' names and what they actually mean, let alone all the websites too. This is one of the greatest photographs of all time. Historians will study this in the centuries to come. Couldn't you just imagine if this was reversed? You'd never hear the end about it on the news. This is what California would look like if all the icebergs melted. Me. We do not need more gun control. We need more idiot control. That is a fact check true. When your wife is fixing your skin suit, and all of a sudden you've got visitors. People laugh about this one, but I tell you what, if people actually want to know the truth, there has been so many videos over the years that they've been caught on, guys. Everyone from politicians to people on these so-called reality shows. But you tell most people that, and they'll say you're crazy. But since we're talking about this, here's a clip that I've actually had for a long time now, but just never found the right video to put it in.
Muss ich wieder sortieren.
Wir könnten einen Splatterfilm machen heute Abend hier.
Ja, wir könnten noch.
Lass mich doch einmal hier rechnen. Guck mal in die Kamera.
Guck mal,
ist die dann kaputt, die Maske?
Ja, guck, jetzt hast du ein Loch reingemacht.
So, habt ihr mehrere davon hoffentlich?
Eins wird immer nur einmal benutzt.
Achso, eins wird immer nur einmal benutzt. Dann könnten wir jetzt theoretisch jetzt alles kaputt machen. Also, pass auf, es ist viel authentischer.
Nein, pass auf, nimm die Nase, sonst geht meine echte Haut mit runter. Ja, das ist Prothesenkleber, das kannst du nicht einfach
so. Das
so.
sieht schon aus wie ein Schmiss hier. Guck mal. Grünchen.
Das ist kaputt gemacht.
Nimm es auf. Ich mach wieder gerade, ich hau mich noch wieder dran.
Kannst du gar nicht.
Die Nase ist auch nicht echt?
Nein,
das ist auch
da
nicht
kannst du mal vorsichtig dran ziehen.
Ich habe eine super Idee. Du guckst jetzt mal so ein bisschen seitlich hier.
Ja.
Genau,
jetzt ziehst du daran, aber vorsichtig.
Wenn ich ziehe, kann er sein, dass einer umschaltet, der jetzt gerade erst reinkommt. Ja. Wenn ich da dran ziehe, schreist du bestialisch. Okay. Pause!
Ja. Jetzt hast du es kaputt gemacht.
Ja. Ach ja, das hast du dir nicht gemacht.
Jetzt muss ich nach Hause gehen.
Nein! Man soll nicht nach Hause gehen. Schreien und schreien. mit Schreien ist das total super. Komm nochmal. So, es kommt noch dicker. Ab Montag. In Sat 1 immer 20:15 Uhr. Ich glaube, es wird ein Erfolg. Kann man jetzt schon sagen.
Toll. Ja, das ist großartig.
Komm, schnell zum Arzt. Wolke Gegenbart, meine Damen und Herren.
And he was a very conservative guy who was very, very...
Oh my gosh, that's a map.
African-American when he got
Holy cow.
He always had fights.
Whether they're wearing a mask or not, they're all just actors. McDonald's launches a wedding package with 100 hamburgers and 400 McNuggets for $233. Yeah, they call it the McValue ceremony. Next, you'll be able to order a McTurney to get your McVorse. Celebrities. We must all do our part to fight global warming. Also, celebrities going out to get a cup of coffee. Where you dream of living at 15. Where you dream of living at 35. Not nearly enough trees, though. You need trees for as far as you can see. But that's still better than most.
Jimmy Kimmel getting fired is the death of free speech.
People today are such hypocrites. Millennials love air fryers because they're easy bake ovens for adults. Well, now that I think about it like that, they're not exactly wrong, but I'm not going to admit they're right either because I have an air fryer. I have that, a toaster oven, and a propane stovetop. As far as cooking goes, that's all I need. Yukon Cornelius, proudly open carrying since 1964. Darn right. Another video of more porch pirates. Now they won't even wait for the delivery drivers to set the package down before they try to steal it.
That's sweet.
Is this yours? Yeah, I thought it was.
I'm so sorry about that.
It's all
What
good.
happened?
I get them on all the time.
Oh my goodness, I'm sorry.
Did you?
Yeah, thank you.
Speaking of porch pirates, here's another example of a package theft that went very wrong, but for a completely different reason.
Texas man is fighting for his life in the hospital after he stole a package off of a woman's front porch, only to go back to his car, open it up, and see that it was full of black widow spiders. This woman was tired of this man coming by and stealing all of her packages before she could get home from work, so she made a little package that was just for him. When he popped that package open in his car, a bunch of spiders came flying out and they bit him all over his face, and then he started swelling up and getting nauseous, so he had to go to the ER, and then he called the police and would like to file assault charges against her for setting up that booby trap. So the police contact the woman and they're like, did you put a decoy package full of black widow spiders out on your front porch? And she's like, oh no, those black widows are my pets. Were you able to find them? I saw that they were missing and I just have them in a box because they like to play in there while I'm at work. And the police were like, oh, this guy, he stole the box and then they bit his face and he whacked a couple of them, so they're no longer with us. And the woman's like, he killed my pets. That's completely unwarranted. I'd like to file charges against him for that.
Yeah, it is all of these, but it's also all the other mainstream media as well, and even part of the so-called alternative news. Saying the most qualified person should get the job is a microaggression. Britain's top universities insist. Well, since they insist, I mean, you know.
You should all change your core values and beliefs so I fit in.
That literally is what they mean, but it wouldn't matter. They'd still hate you anyway. I was at Barnes & Noble's earlier, and I asked the clerk if they had Donald Trump's new book on how to deport illegal immigrants. She immediately said to me, "Get out of here and don't come back." I said, "Yes, that's the one. Do you have it in paperback?" The U.S. government explaining how it consistently gets the masses to support its involvement in foreign wars. It's a whole lot more than just lying.
I just signed a bill that taxes California's fastest growing industry. It's something called poverty.
I forgot which news station this was from, but this so-called reporter here is asking this government official from Poland, why hasn't Poland taken in a whole bunch of refugees? Take a listen at his response.
How many refugees has Poland taken?
0.
And you're proud of that?
If you are asking me, if you are asking me about Muslims illegal immigration, none, not even one will come to Poland. Not even one if it's illegal. We took over 2 million Ukrainians who are working, who are peaceful in Poland. We will not receive even one Muslim because this is what we promised.
But I asked
This
not
quota
about
system
illegal
failed.
immigrants, I asked about refugees. And Jean-Claude Juncker, the Commission President, says that you're racist. You sound proud of the fact that you haven't taken any refugees.
Of course, because this is what our people are expecting from our government. That's number one. This is why our government was elected. But this is why Poland is so safe. This is the reason why we had not even one terrorist attack. Look at the streets in Poland. And we can be called populists, nationalists, racists. I don't care. I care about my family and about my country.
Just so you know, I don't date Trump supporters.
Don't worry, you won't have any problem with that. ICE is planning to build a 24/7 social media surveillance team to target people for deportation. You guys can pause the video and read the rest of this, but I will say this one thing. The government has always been very good at misdirecting the supposed reasons that they give people in order to implement their goals. It's never for the reasons they say. Think you're having a bad day? They stole my laptop last night and they sent me an email using my email. I have mixed emotions now. Bro, how's it? I know I stole your laptop yesterday. I needed the money as I've been struggling to make ends meet. I see that you were busy with a research proposal. I have attached it, and if there are any other files that you need, please alert me before Monday at 12, since I have found a customer. Well, at least he's got his research paper back. Sometimes the information and data that you have on a computer can be a lot more valuable than the computer itself. Even not from a financial standpoint, but rather just how much time and work it took to make it. My buddy explaining why he never got that job with the ATF. I can't shoot a dog. People? Okay, but not dogs. I agree with that, actually. Antifa mugshots. Now you know why they all wear masks. Swedish King Gustav III, 1792, 2025. Kellogg's becomes the first company to sign a legally binding agreement removing toxic dyes from cereal. Imagine saying, okay, we'll stop putting toxic chemicals in your food, and then acting like you're the hero. That is 1,000% true. Here's another one from over in the UK. The people submitted a petition to the UK government, which got 2.7 million signatures as shown here, where they were demanding that the UK government immediately commits to not introducing digital ID. So once the signatures were gathered, it supposedly went to Parliament. After 11 days, the government responded. We will introduce a digital ID within this Parliament to help tackle illegal migration, making accessing government services easier and enabling wider efficiencies. We will consult on details soon, which in plain English means, we don't care what you think, we're going to do it anyway. And they are. This is happening all across the nations. It's already prepared for here, they'll implement it when they collapse the dollar. U.S. high school makes history by naming first ever male student homecoming queen. The absolute immorality and stupidity of this nation. Democrats, stop attacking our guys for wearing MAGA hats. We don't attack your guys for wearing dresses. My cousin said it could cost $3,000 to move his mobile home. These guys spent $19.95. I think they should have got one of the bigger trucks, but if it works, save the delivery fee.
I don't know why we have to give money to countries that hate us. They should be able to hate us for free. Life is hard, but it's harder when you're stupid. You hate cops just because of the cops? The next time you get in trouble, call a crackhead. God created the world, but everything else is made in China. As I've said about her before, I think she's the reason there are directions on a shampoo bottle. When you have hypothermia, you don't strip naked and run in the snow. Right. Senator Schumer never makes the same mistake twice. He makes it 5 or 6 times just to make sure he got it right. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. To them, I say unashamedly, they can kiss my people who are bilingual. They speak English and stupid. This country was founded by geniuses, but it's being run by a bunch of idiots. Somebody at the White House has been smoking the devil's lettuce, okay?
No, he's wrong there. If they all would smoke the devil's lettuce, then all the wars would stop immediately, all the heads of state would go and meet in Italy and broker a world peace treaty over pizza. How to double your money. The biggest threat to Western civilization is Russia, China, Islam, white liberal women with liberal arts degrees. It's amazing what a wig and jewelry can do. What is the image on the left from? Some sci-fi movie or TV show? I can't remember seeing that anywhere before. The State of Israel has just announced that they formally recognize Great Britain as a Palestinian state. Might as well throw in France and multiple other European countries, as this has happened across all the Western nations, and it's not by accident. Motorist in jaw-dropping video actually admits to officer why he crashed on purpose into the back of his parked police vehicle. I actually watched the video on this, and the first thing the guy says is that he's going to need a new car. Then he ends up telling the officer that he did it on purpose. The officer asks him why, and he just calmly says, "I hate police." I mean, the guy's calm as can be the entire time. You think his insurance will cover that? Romanian nationals charged with fraud spent nearly $75,000 on Red Bull using stolen EBT cards. Fridley, Minnesota, 2 men are charged with fraud after they allegedly used stolen EBT cards to purchase energy drinks they would then sell to gas station owners at a profit. Law enforcement identified 203 separate fraudulent transactions in Minnesota between July 3rd and September 28th, totaling nearly $75,000. While conducting a search warrant on a Minneapolis storage unit connected to the suspects, police say they found approximately 1,200 cases of Red Bull. Charges say both suspects are Romanian nationals and pose a significant flight risk. Well, you know what they say.
Red Bull gives you wings.
60 million, but no retirement. Whoopi says she struggles like other Americans. What a joke. When you run out of things to say during a presentation, but you have to meet the time limit, could breathing help you live longer? Quite possibly. They'll have to get $100 million in government funding and do a 10-year study on it first, though. You guys gotta check this out. I've been thinking a lot about in real life podcasts. Bring a few friends together, no mics, nothing recorded. Have a free form discussion. You could even have food and drinks. Has anyone tried this? Tech Bro just discovered hanging out. He's not wrong. The godfather of AI got dumped via ChatGPT. Nobel laureate Geoffrey Hinton reveals his girlfriend used a chatbot to break up with him. When the total is already $164 and they haven't even scanned the meat yet. Yep, probably another 100. I think candy corn was meant to be decorative, and one day somebody ate a piece and was too embarrassed to admit they made a mistake, and now here we are. You know, that actually makes more sense than saying that you're supposed to eat it. I think that stuff is awful. I've never liked candy corn. Imagine being so ignorant about absolutely everything that you fume at McDonald's instead of the bastards who are doing this to you. New York Post, $16 for a burger, fries, and soda. McDonald's customer slam franchise. Fume, it's no longer affordable. Yeah, you have to buy clown food at steakhouse prices. I've actually started seeing more complaints about the price of fast food and things than I have even seen about groceries and other items. We all see the inflation, especially when we go to the grocery store. With that said, guys, it's only getting worse. I'm sure all of you heard that gold went over $4,000. It nearly reached $4,100 actually. And yeah, it dropped back down for a bit, but it's climbing again, and it's going to continue to go up because the dollar is continuing to go down. But if the prices at McDonald's wasn't enough, then you have things like this too. I don't even understand what they're trying to push or what kind of message that they're trying to send here. Bay Area car owners have been deliberately leaving their trunks open in an effort to avoid forced entry by thieves. They're really building a utopia society over there. Yeah, they make the criminals into victims, and make the law-abiding citizens, who have been turned into victims because of their laws, and make them into criminals. Especially if they try to do anything to stop the real criminals, breaking into their car or their house or whatever. But it's today's idiocracy. Zoo separates 5 parrots after birds were caught encouraging each other to swear at guests. That's just funny. Go to a zoo and the birds are sitting there cussing you out. It's a wonder that they don't have the police arrest them for verbal assault.
Y'all gotta forgive me, I'm a little distracted. This is the first show I've ever done with an interpreter. This is fucking cool right now. Well, I'm trying to learn shit. Retard. 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 Democrat. Democrat. This is the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. I knew it. Democrat. Democrat. Retard. Retard. Democrat. Dude, you gotta be kidding me. Are you kidding me? I did not set this up, Democrat. Democrat. It's the same thing. I quit. Mommy, good night. I love it.
When you can't afford something, so you put it back. With government shutdown closing national parks, moose are forced to find new jobs. In a tragic displacement caused by the ongoing government shutdown of national parks, moose across the country have been forced to find new jobs. According to one moose, nearly all the moose formerly employed in the U.S. National Park system have been forced to find jobs in fields ranging from entrepreneurship to travel planning. It's a rough economy for a hard-working moose, said another moose, who has received unemployment relief since he was let go from Yellowstone yesterday. I can't work in fast food. I don't have opposable thumbs. It's not stopping this one from KFC. Hold my halo. I'm about to do unto others as they have done unto me. I don't think that's exactly how the verse goes, but sometimes you gotta put your foot down and put a stop to things. Folks are referring to RFK Jr. as microwaved Mel Gibson, and now I can't unsee it. Well, after you look at it a little bit, they're kinda right, actually.
You cannot marry that man. He is married to me. And oh, I'm so sorry. Is it? Oh, this is the wrong wedding. I'm so sorry. Carry on.
Are you serious? That just happened?
And I'll end today's show with this. This is just something that I came across and just thought it was funny, so I thought I'd share it with you guys. So, I was sitting in a parking lot eating lunch, returning text, when my pickup is rocked, followed by a sound that I can only describe as a Bigfoot with a severe toothache, and the back of my pickup being shaken violently. At which point, I look into my mirror and see a very large gal apparently trying to take off my tailgate while making upset Yeti sounds. Now at this point, I have several options. Lock the door and hope for the best. Get out. This gal is big enough to hunt a bear with a stick and give the stick to the bear. Drive off. Tailgates are overrated anyway. Or just pretend that I don't have Godzilla shaking my truck and sounding like Chewbacca. I got out. Andre the Giant screams at me, "Your truck broke my leg." An exaggeration, as it turns out. I meekly informed her that said vehicle was in fact stationary and had no history of malicious attacks on the public. Her exact reply was, you redneck idiot," and hobbled off to, I can only assume, eat an elk. If you enjoyed today's show, then please support the channel by hitting that like and subscribe, and make sure to click that notification bell. And to help this series continue, please share it with your family and friends and social media. That's it for today's show, but I'll see you guys back here on Saturday's show. Until then, I thank you all for watching. You guys take care and stay safe this week. This is Akorn, Over and out.